July 15th, 2021, Wednesday. Today I sang an original song, Gomin Wakarimison, on Fortnite. August 1st, 2021, Sunday. On July 28th, the Lechen girl was charged with alarm and scandal and easy case. October 14th, 2021, Thursday. Had a terrific California Mackie for dinner. October 15th, 2021, Friday. I think about how the other day, Legion met me in the magma dungeon. Talked to me. Maybe it wasn't for nothing. October 15th, 2021, Friday. Actually, the only thing going for me right now in this house is Roland messengering me. Oh, and Nene being a great conversationalist. Oh, and hopefully getting my weight down. October 16th, 2021, Saturday. I took a walk in the hills because I needed some air. Girls, they're so different. No, people. October 16th, 2021, Saturday. Just a PSA. Almost everyone in the woods is incredibly attractive and light-skinned. White. October 16th, 2021, Saturday. If I be with you, it will be for all the wrong reasons. And it's okay if I'm just meant for the small material life now. October 16th, 2021, Saturday. In the hill, I heard really grievous moans. It's a little saddening. October 16th, 2021, Saturday. If Archie dies, you die, Daddy. These lines. I wonder if I'm even human. Is this how it is? I need be alone. October 18th, 2021, Monday. I think I'm falling for Denver and Alexandris. October 19th, 2021, Tuesday. I still can't believe they deleted Row PH like that. October 19th, 2021, Tuesday. We got to find out who's causing all these fires. October 26th, 2021, Tuesday. John was so sweet. He's curly-haired, plump, stout, fat, juicy. He did all the sanitation stuff. I kissed him. First there was a smell, and then it was gone like magic. I forgot to take a bath, so that's my bad. I was so close to being neck-slobbered. He kissed me on the cheek when I licked his fat breast nips. Baby. He told me I was a good singer. He loved the lower shaft fast service. And then boom! I think it was 7 rounds of full explosions. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And he helped me finish with nip action. So nice. I had to say goodbye. I can't go too deep. October 27th, 2021, Wednesday. I dreamt of all people, Pat. I met the guy 3 times. And I dreamt of him. It was that wig-snatching moment when he asked me to PM for his number, and he laughed at me when I did. What the hell is this? It's so weird to be in and out the I'm going to die with these guys thing. October 30th, 2021, Saturday. I wish it doesn't affect me, Brian asking for cash support, but I also hope I continue to be on the being able to pitch in even a bit side. I wish he got the Grace and Frankie thing. October 30th, 2021, Saturday. You're free to dream you're a light rom-com manga writer, photographer, playlist curator, designer, or visual artist. October 30th, 2021, Saturday. I hate to admit it, and I will miss the crowds, but I'm more identifiable when all I can think of is a debt I have to pay. October 30th, 2021, Saturday. I had to throw the puppy over the fucking cliff. October 30th, 2021, Saturday. Someday, maybe there'll be a different meaning for he didn't Arlo. I want to make meaningful connections. And I'll have to start with my posts. October 30th, 2021, Saturday. Nene, there are no windows. You can't see the sunset. Then this house must be similar to a jail cell. October 31st, 2021, Sunday. Maybe this is a time to look spiritually and be satisfied not with more and more. I need to get back to things I genuinely love to do. Photography, Netflix, Spotify, and manifesting clients. October 31st, 2021, Sunday. Please don't break things. October 31st, 2021, Sunday. I've got a defense for you. Penis. Juicy penis of KUYA Choi. October 31st, 2021, Sunday. The first roomie was Clyde, and then Drew, and then some other guy, then. October 31st, 2021, Sunday. Ever feel like, oh my God, what the hell happened? What is happening? I am malfunctioning. Voice and head. Maybe you're just happy. You lack a problem. Okay, October 31st, 2021, Sunday. Remembering the time in grade 3 where I thought, oh, that person is president. That information does not affect me in any way. October 31st, 2021, Sunday. I am going to shift the power. Skirmishes break out in many parts of the U.S., and Chris and family chances upon a flight coincidentally to the Philippines. Me. Let him stay on the 3rd floor, please, at least for a while. Please. He can do a lot with internet. October 31st, 2021, Sunday. Above all, I'm so happy that the calligraphy/cursive live writing of script was a complete hit. In Discord in Talone Row. Very cool. October 31st, 2021, Sunday. You deserve to feel like a Nigerian king. You deserve to be appreciated. You deserve to have the choice of having something booked during the day and having the freedom to do whatever. October 31st, 2021, Sunday. Unfortunately, the only time you're going to get the Arlo who says, I'm broke. Help me, I'm poor is Friday, 4:30 p.m. Enough with the laptop obsession. You're never going to afford a new one right now. You weak-ass pansy. Flexi time, bitch. Time for that government job. Bitch. It doesn't take much. Just feed me and pay for my P1, 200-something meds. It's not a lot, Arlo. It's not a lot. What are you doing? Are you collecting cards? Well, you can certainly visit Roland to wait for an email. You can also visit Zoe, I think. So, good on you. But what are you going to do now? You are going to form meaningful relationships, is what you're going to do. I like Chica like someone's boss died. They got to find a new job. Someone has to move apartments because it's being renovated. Someone is in college already. Really juicy ones. When brewed coffee doesn't work, please grab the nearest powdered Nescafe. It will work, trust me. Then move on to Copico and other instant coffees. Your body adapts. I always like to solve hypothetical problems when I'm bored, knowing that it's just 1,200. I can do it. I can be a waiter. I can be a text chat support in a call center, travel back to CDO, work with Andrew, work with Brian. I can do it. I can be anything with just 1,200. You can do it. For now, I need to convince people I deserve funding. What would you pay for? I would pay for connection. Relationships. Wouldn't that be cool? A customer comes in while you're making out because you're bored, or something like that, as a waiter or a clothing store attendant. That would be nice. But for now, you got to excel at being a content creator. The Kogon father-daughter duo. It was something cool. It's so fucking hot outside. I just wish my dad would deem me like that too. My dad detests me. He hates me. I wish I could sit still like that here. I'll never be able to go home thinking I crushed it. I hope this cleansing will benefit you. I hope Nene gives the 900 to Tita Lenny. Isn't it amazing? Keith was right too soon. My next tears were sort of joy. It's absolutely dreadful. Some people will think, well, at least he released the money because that laptop isn't dying yet. The smart ones think he should have really gone for the $13,500. Some think, well, that really is Pinky's money. The smart one is thinking, he should have given some to Pinky, never left the house, and saved for the laptop, and then proceed to his Barbie ways. Right. He posted that vid of him singing somewhere beyond the sea. He wanted a directing stint. Well, sucks for you. Someone fucking died. Yeah, well, she was probably feeling the same way you feel now. Heavy. But there's still a hypothetical problem to fix, and that's your laptop. Congrats. There's one more thing, though. because he has the mic. He doesn't need to shout his responses to Queen J and Queen J kids. Lines like, sorry, but we need a college degree. And Bakit pa ba nagwanasakting Koang is saying Tuladamo. That was so cool, me joining Charlie Puth's live video before he releases an album. So cool. November 5th, 2021. How I learned Janet was for real. She literally started crying when she couldn't escape my faux stone throw. It was life-giving. November 5th, 2021. November 7th, 2021. Well, at least there are movies that start out not like that awkward moment. People put such a huge pressure on me. Not faking it. Not faking it. Come on. There's a build-up to things. These things don't start out real. Yeah, but you do still have to find that partner. Yeah, and when I do, I hope they evaluate their long-term agreements. I just feel bad getting 60 pesos from a job, not well done. At least I'm physically attracted to Chris. I finished Love Guaranteed last night. Now I can't stop thinking about it's riskier not to fall in love. If you ever feel down, just replay 126 of Love Hard, haha. Nina Dobrev's face is an absolute fiesta. If I was gay, I would have stormed that construction site and talked to the guys. I just want to be okay with not being okay. November 09, 2021. November 12th, 2021, Friday. My face is frickin' smashed up. My nose has a big splotch of red, like I've grown a giant mole. That's how it is then. Growing up, I just pray to God that people will understand that sometimes that's how it goes. You grow a giant pimple, you inflame it, and your face is damaged once more. At this rate, I'm going to relate to the Elephant Man more than anyone else. Well, the saga continues. If you think about it, it's not a lot. Living with this wage, I feel a lot like an American teen who ended up in Whole Foods or Walmart. I have 10,000 pesos left to go, and it's quite a lot. I want to see which people really want me for who I am. It's time to really test these hoes. They really are really sincere people, Cammy and Callie. I hope these posts continue. He's probably celebrating 'cause he put me in such anxiety, thinking I'll have another task. Did you see his initial reaction? It's very Homer to Bart. Well, what is there to say? November 13th, 2021, Saturday. Today I found out that people only have an average of 2 or 3 sexual partners in their life. Is that for real? This must be a joke. Well, Anna Faris did only have 20. I had to choose between paying my waiter or fire insurance, and I chose my waiter. I had to work as a waiter to get by. It would be awful if you owe debt to a non-family member. Looking for you. I had to join Alcoholics Anonymous for a while. My avoiding my problems through drinking got out of control. You left Betty, I had to do something to support the kids. And there were no other jobs for me. Where do you think she is? She's in the junkyard. I'll draw you a map. November 16th, 2021, Tuesday. I checked the time on my phone. It's 8:30 in the morning. Too early. I drift off to sleep. I wake. It's 9 a.m. The intervals are short. My body must be close to waking up, but I can't seem to find the will to get up again. Why? Why shouldn't I just be in bed the whole day? Why exist? Then I hear my brother from the living room mocking my laughter last night. And I seem to be getting my strength from something that's not really good. I still have something to live for. I have yet to have my brother respect me. In one form or another. It may be so that I don't have respect for myself in a way, or I'm just about done with life. Nevertheless, it doesn't seem to be enough. I am not dead yet. What is there left for me to do? Something fun. Something I can do with such a passion that everyone will be in awe of, and hopefully somebody will financially support it. It's true that this existential writing piques the interest of a few, but how long until that person loses interest? I think of Jughead's boss. I need pages, Jones. Yes, that is true. I can challenge myself to write more interesting stories. Pages and pages of things I know. Is it weird that I only want to read my own work? It's familiar. I practically memorize it. And most especially because it's easy. I wouldn't write anything I don't want to write. What more should I be living for? As the hours pass, and after a life-giving brewed coffee drink, I cling to Sharon like a koala to a eucalyptus tree. I start to appreciate the touch I get from massaging my mom's head. These small things. They don't actually pop up when you need to prop yourself out of bed. It should be enough. But somehow everything zeroes out when the moment happens. I'm thinking of how sad it might be if C.S. Sharon and I are somehow, more than friends. That she has designated me. She would have no sex. Well, it's just I never tried. And she doesn't want to. I'm thinking, is this a norm? Is this why people get married? For the banter? Surely married people have sex. Maybe some don't. Maybe some get together because there's no sex. Life is still a big mystery. November 18th, 2021, Thursday. Visited Mirror in the morning. Talked to Mr. White in Discord in the evening. He knows Thai, German, and Korean. November 19th, 2021, Friday. Finally, a week full of kids. What an episode arc Chinese kids again. I guess 2021 is Scholars Dorm and 51 Talk. Nice. Next up, Instagram influencer. November 21st, 2021, Sunday. When it's 5 p.m., days like these in November, you can feel the chill of the evening through the breeze. It's kind of amazing. Very Christmassy. Oh, and Pokemon Go drops a killer November Community Day. November 25th, 2021, Thursday. Nene left for an errand at 11 in the morning. I slept, woke up at 1 p.m., and then I just laid on the bed until 2:30. Where's the joie de vivre? I am not living. Should I continue living this way? Today, I also rode the taxi in the passenger seat after being in the back for a long time. It felt like being a British driver. Also, this ClickBank's chainmail is giving me life in a weird way. Chris also emailed for the first time in a long time. Am I the only one who gets hot flashes after eating instant noodles? December 1st, 2021, Wednesday. There were voices who said, at least let Ma'am Irene read it. And then there were voices that said, nobody's going to read it, except maybe the first page of that book that the binder is forced to bind. But then nobody really knows. What's important is that I'm going to read it. And today, I'm going to write another update. You're telling me that the taxi driver just happens to be okay with me stroking his cock when he wasn't even in line. He wasn't even in the queue of taxi drivers. Those gays served me this taxi driver. Anyway, I just really like to say that we probably have lost the true essence of what it is to be gay, as in not straight people. Of all the people in the world, we should rejoice at having another person who might be our lover, as is written in the plot of every 8-season show there is. Finding this person. Who is this person anyway? I hear a certain line while in the cinema, AKO gaining Seong Jae-ignan, and I just fell apart. Being a part of society that sends messages to people who should have been with me in that cinema, who could have, but the reality is I was alone. Yet again. And don't make me the writer that talks about an imaginary boyfriend. Because I won't. The truth is much more sad. The whole time, I was in a panic attack. It's not quite as severe, but it's there. The giant voice booming in my mind telling me that this whole experience is crap, but I refuse to believe it is. Ooh, a cute update, Mr. White. The Discord guy spotted live streaming Google Maps when I showed him where my house exactly was on Google Maps. December 8th, 2021, Wednesday. I left CDO on Monday, 2 p.m., and I came back Tuesday of 6 p.m. It was honestly one of the most horrendous experiences I've ever had, but I'm thankful that it was because I can now appreciate a lot of things with my life right now. I have a gas range. I have a city that I know the ins and outs of. I have a big bed. I have everything here. I have literally everything in my house. C.S. Pam only ate calamansi and pound malunggay for breakfast. Holy smokes. And I have already forgotten how strict other signs were with practices. All those mountains and makeshift houses has put me in an absolute frenzy. Terminals, bus food. I'm so happy I came back in one piece. I'm so happy. Do you know where Valencia is? It's literally in the middle of nowhere. There are no beach waves. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing there. There's still a lingering thought bubble with my trip to Davo. Some admire it, some, and this is true, think it's, I dunno, betrayal. Why? Why is it that even? I swear these are some strong joints that they could be smoking. Anyway, I got Instagram eyes again. Ryan Reynolds reminding us that people enjoy TV ads and subscriptions. All the platforms point to it. And Amy Schumer reminding everyone that to have sex is a privilege. For women, they have to afford birth control pills to have it. That's why the gays are always happy. This town needed a sacrifice, and you're the town's #1 good heart that's worthy for it to prosper again. There was a murder-suicide couple in that apartment before you. I finally found out who Bella is. An abusive driving ed teacher who had relationships with her students. I found out 20 minutes ago my dad died. The patient came in for a headache. The CT and MRI scans were clear. The neuro gave her mother a contact card for the resident psychiatrist. She says her daughter does not need counseling. They go home and have an argument. The daughter insists that she needs to see the psych. The mother does not entertain her thoughts. And when the mother wasn't looking, she jumped into the tracks to an incoming train. I need help. Even waking up is a struggle. When I manage to get out of bed, I can't bring myself to answer schoolwork. I try so hard in order to please my parents. Max, we need to talk about us. You want everything. So, I'm making the choice. I'm transferring you to another oncologist. But what if I choose you? The patient lashed out because she's scared of change, that her foster parent might not like her, that eventually they'll get sick of her. The patient lashed out because just as he was getting the hang of being in the hospital, they're moving him to Oklahoma. The cancer treatment has really affected him. It began with vomiting. Then his hair started to fall off. Now, he has to use a feeding tube. And he doesn't have much physical strength anymore. She can't function quite well without taking Adderall every now and then. But I don't think that's the problem. It's her overworking that's the problem. This thing with Fries and Berg. It's forming into something. He knows a lot about me. I've been sharing stories about streets in the city. Do you believe in those non-medical beliefs? That you need to perform a ritual before the patient gets healed? Or that cards spell out your future? There has to be a way for them to pay off their hospital debt. So, they perform tasks for the hospital. Painting, electrical, mural painting. VJ is trying to move on from his dead wife. Helen is trying to have a baby. Floyd Reynolds had a failed surgery. Iggy is facing a malpractice suit. Cancer. What a term. You may recover from it, or you could die. You could choose to have treatment. You could not. A girl came in. She has cystic fibrosis. Doctors didn't know what was wrong with her. They suspected a fungal infection, but the side effects of the treatment only made her situation worse. And then they searched her bag, and they found out she was skipping medication from her condition. That's why her white blood count was low. She told the doctors because her mother was expecting another child. She decided to test whether her mom would notice if she'd been skipping her medication. I don't know if I can do it. This new task. I've become so used to the book and the uploading. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I've already lived a lot of my life. I just want to have a boyfriend again. I really, really miss what I had with Red. I wish I could text that person. I feel stressed. I feel like I can't afford my living conditions. That my parents will get to know me as someone who brought home someone who loves me, who can communicate with me, like how I do with Fries and Berg. And I was on the bus to Davo, and when I had a panic attack, the conductor said that I'm already broken, and he's riding away. I've gone past the age where absolutely nothing happens to me when I'm doing long, winding things. I need to find something that will make me think the whole world won't breathe a sigh of relief when I'm gone. I need to know the books are being read. A guy had a stroke while driving, and he ran over a policewoman. She had to undergo surgery, and then she died. She was just issuing a parking ticket. Now she's dead. The workers had to flee their home country because a typhoon ravaged it. Now, they work in a winery. They're not being paid much, but their employers made up for it by letting them drink the top surface of the fermented wine. It turns out that's what made them sick. The bacteria cause infections in their stomach.